Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry I did not upload last night. I was a little bit busy, but yeah, I was kind of baked and when I had this battle and I don't even know why, but I decided to use one of my older teams just cuz I thought it looked more fun, I guess. And so you can definitely tell that I was not playing like my regular style in this battle because I did make some very stupid plays. I did make some good plays, but yeah, let's look at this. On my team, I think I've used this before with my mixed Zeb Striker, which is like the only thing that you might not have seen. And then the Specs Torkoal, um, and then like everything else is pretty standard. And looking at his team, he actually has a Mawile, which is pretty cool. He has a Regirock that he is probably going to lead with. His Zweilous, that can be scary. And then that Masquerain can be weird. The Viper, which is usually Choice or Coil. And then the usually physically defensive rapid spinning Wartortle. And so I don't know why, but I let off with my Zeb Striker when it would have definitely been. Well, he was obviously going to lead with his Regirock, and Superior would have been a better play from the start. So yeah, and I end up switching into him now and taunting him, which if I had just done that the first time, this would have been a lot easier and a lot better. And then I go for the Glare, which I should have gone for the Elite Sheed because it hits anything on his team, and they would be losing life and stuff. And he straight up takes my Superior out with the Sludge Bomb, so that really sucks. And I don't have anything to take a Sludge Bomb that well if it's Specs, and if it is Specs, I can outspeed, and I did predict him to go into his wireless right there, thankfully. And I go for the Signal Beam and kill him, and that was a pretty good prediction, I'll give it to myself. And now I'm pretty sure I was trying to bluff the Specs, and I go into my Zeb Striker, hoping he would go for the Thunder Wave, but he probably wouldn't because I had Shed Skin, and I just go for the Hidden Power Grass because he can't really do anything to me besides Stone Edge, and that'll probably do a lot, but it probably won't take me out in one hit. But he goes for the Dynamic Punch, which is just awesome, and I didn't really feel like switching, so I just stayed in. And even with the Gravity, Dynamic Punch is like 90% accurate, and he misses somehow, so that really sucks. But I had to show him here that I wasn't scarfed, and I go into my Torkoal, which was a bad play, because now I'm going to get confused, and he can probably just go for the Thunder Wave or something, and I can't really switch because I don't want to be taking too much rocks damage. And sorry, I think I have a little cold, but yeah, I go for the Rapid Spin, get a crit, and get the rocks out of there, so that's all good. And I go into my Gardevoir now thinking I can take a Sludge Bomb, and I do take it. And so now he's probably still thinking I'm Specs, and I just went for the Hidden Power Ground because it'll hit that super effectively, and he's probably not going to go into his Masquerain, so that was actually another great play. And now I don't really want to switch, and so I reveal to him that I am Expert Belt and not Specs. And yeah, I probably could have gone into my Zeb Striker, but it would have just died, so it didn't matter. That was a pretty good play. And now I just go into my Zeb Striker and go for the Volt Switch, and I actually don't remember what I go into. I go into my Basculin as he goes into his Masquerain, and he's going to set up the Quiver Dance. And before he gets that off, I was thinking, okay, an Ice Beam will probably do a lot. And so that's what I proceed to do. And someone's calling me right now, but I'm going to have to ignore it. And yeah, and so now I don't know why I went for the Aqua Jet right there. That was a bad play. And he goes into his Survivor, which with a Quiver Dance is a huge threat. And so I go into my Torkoal simply as fodder because it can be sped and pretty much KO'd by everything on his team besides the Regirock, but then again it couldn't do much. And I go into my Dodrio thinking that I can maybe outspeed after +1, but I can't. So I go into my Zeb Striker, just going for the Wild Charge. It does a lot for only having 4 attack investment. And then Here's the epic part. I go into my Basculin, my last Pokemon, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can actually clutch this. So I go for the Aqua Jet, I believe, just so I can outspeed and maybe KO before the attack lower. And so I go for the Aqua Jet, and it does enough to the point where I won't be able to take him out with another one next turn. But then I remembered that, oh yeah, I outspeed because he doesn't have anything set up yet. So I just go for the Waterfall, and yeah. And so now he has two Pokemon left. I can probably still take out the Regirock, but it's probably going to be able to get a Thunder Wave off on me. I wasn't sure if I could take it out in one hit because the Waterfall is pretty strong and it's Expert Belt, but he lives with 11%, which is kind of bad. But then he gets a Thunder Wave off, which is okay because I do have the priority. And if he didn't get that Thunder Wave off, I probably would have won because I could have gotten the Waterfall off on the Survivor. But we'll see. I go for the Aqua Jet, and it does take it out, so that's always good. And now I'm at -1 paralyzed, and the Survivors, I don't even know what it's at right now. It's at like 30%, somewhere around there. I was thinking, okay, maybe I can take it out with an Aqua Jet, but I do get paralyzed, so we'll never know. I would really like someone to run the it's just pretty much say Jolly 252 attack versus a 4 HP Viper Aqua Jet -1. And if it would have done 33%, then I would have been a happy camper. But I do have a minute to talk to you guys. So I did not upload last night, and I probably will not upload over the weekend because I am going to be away from home at my friend's house. And I might upload again today, and I might be able to upload Saturday during the day. But if I don't, just don't be too surprised because I am going to be pretty busy over the weekend, and I am having a bunch of fun using Pokemon that like surprise people. That's really fun, like using a Pokemon that people think are gonna be choiced or think aren't gonna be choiced, and they're the opposite, and then it surprises them, and yeah, it's really fun. And so if you have a Pokemon, any set that you'd like me to try out, I will probably try it out. I did not use a Cacturne, but I am going to be using a Cacturne in my next video because 2 people suggested it, and I really have not used it in a while. But yeah, this is it, and goodbye, and have a good rest of your day.